Welcome to Earth. Welcome to Elite Dangerous 2.0. That annoying ass message down in the bottom corner that I can't seem to get rid of. Hey, Schadenfreude Gamers back from a very long hiatus. Don't know how many of these things I'm going to be doing, but I figured why not dust off the old YouTube channel for Elite Dangerous Horizons, the launch of the second season, they're calling it, today, this morning. Brand spanking new. I've been playing around a little bit in it, just making sure that things worked and figuring out how things work so that you don't have to sit here and watch a bunch of boring-ass me trying to figure out how shit works. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to start off at Earth. I really wanted to do a planetary landing on Pluto, because planetary landings are one of the main features of the new expansion as of today, anyway. Unfortunately, Pluto's not on the menu, so let's see what is. So there's all kinds of cool stuff coming with the Horizons update, including planetary landings, a new vehicle, a rover. Also, Elite Dangerous 1.6 for those people that didn't want to pay for the DLC. I perfectly understand why. The ship's update is also free for anyone who owns Elite Dangerous, the standard version. So, we got some new icons in the system map to start with. The little blue thingamabob signifies planets that you can land on. So you can land on Mercury. You cannot land on Earth's moon, unfortunately. Not sure why. Probably because they didn't want people screwing around in there. You can land on a few moons of Saturn, and I think I want to land on Europa today. You can also land on Charon, which is Pluto's moon. Maybe we'll go out there too. I really want to check out Mercury, though, too. But I think Europa should be our first landing point, so I've got that selected. We're going to head out there. So let's get started, and we'll talk about what's going on. It won't take us long to get there. So in addition to being the brand new season of updates, the brand new season of content, I'm also running the 64-bit version of the client for the first time. So far it seems to be holding pretty well. I'm also using some new computer hardware that I haven't really tested out on Elite Dangerous yet. So far things seem to be working pretty well. I noticed that they could probably work the planets a little bit better. I have landed on one planet, so now I know what I'm doing. Yeah, so in addition to planetary landings, on the docket, at least so far for Horizons, is also multi-crew, which means that multiple players will be able to help crew the same ship. You know, we're not talking quite Firefly-level crews here. Well, actually, maybe Firefly would be a good analogy for that. Since these ships are sort of small, even the biggest ones now, the biggest one, I really want to fly the Federal Corvette, but I don't think I'll ever have enough money to buy that in this game. Just not on the cards. But you know, your Anacondas, your Pythons. The Python is what I've been saving for, and have not been doing a very good job of it. You could have 2, 3. Nobody knows exactly how many players you could have running the same ship, since it's not out yet. Also on the docket are custom player models. We're hoping that this will include walking around on stations at some point in Horizons. I'm hoping that it comes with this update, or at least some point in the future. So their business model for this is kind of strange. I heard somebody compare it to where the hell is my frame rate going here? Going down to 17 frames a second, 18, something like that. That's great. So I heard somebody compare it to the Madden franchise, where every year there's a new Madden game out. It's basically the same game. You pay full price for the same freaking game. It almost seems like a good analogy for what they seem to be doing with Elite Dangerous, though. So you can still buy the normal game, as far as I know. People running the normal game will get at least up to 1.6 update, which is the update that was released today, in addition to the Horizons update. I am coming in way too hot, aren't I? I'm going to overshoot Jupiter. That's a shame. Maybe we can dolphin this a little bit. Yep. Okay, we're good. Oh, God. Frame rate. So, yeah, if you own the standard copy of Elite Dangerous, you should end up having the ships update today. Ships update gives you... I want to take a close pass at Jupiter here. Is this Jupiter or is this Saturn? No, that's Jupiter. Europa is the moon of Jupiter, yes? Am I dumb? No, that's Jupiter. The rings are just a whole lot more prominent than I was expecting them to be. There are a couple of things here, too. A couple of hot spots. Oh, extraction points. Okay, that's what those are. Yeah, those rings are a little bit more prominent than I was expecting them to be around Jupiter. But whatever. Jupiter. Been studying you in class recently. Okay, on to Europa. At 10 frames a second. Christ. Anyway, so, yeah, the owners of Elite Dangerous, the standard version, will get the ships update, which includes the Imperial Cutter, or the Imperial Clipper, I think, is the biggest one. One of the big bad boys from the previous games. It's a hellacious ship. It's really cool looking too. Or also the Federal Corvette. I think there are a couple of other ships in there somewhere. I don't actually know all the contents of the ships update. So players of, I guess one of the most important things is players of the previous version of Elite Dangerous will still be able to play with players who are in Horizons like myself. We still share the same universe, it's just that you won't be able to go onto planets unless you have the Horizons update. You'll still be able to see all the new ships as they release them, as far as I know. You just won't be able to do the planetary landings, for example, like I'm about to start doing here. I want to be really careful about. I still don't know what the maximum speed is I can approach these things at. Where's the sun at? The sun's right behind me, isn't it? Am I in the shadow of Jupiter here? Is that why Europa is getting so fucking dark? Jesus Christ. Alright, well this should be interesting. So you can see all kinds of new stuff popping up here on Europa. Didn't used to have any kind of stuff before. I think I'll go right here. It looks like there's something on the far side, too, that I could go on to. So that means people have colonized Europa to an extent. That's kind of cool. So if you have the standard version of Elite Dangerous, right about this point, oh, they actually have a really good map of actual Europa, too. That's cool. Except for the lighting. I'm going to slow down a little bit more. So, orbital flight automatically picks up as soon as you get close enough. You can see actually over there on the... I still haven't written my vows. What can I... Damn wedding barges. Why do you broadcast this stuff? So you can see over there on the right-hand side is my angle of attack meter, but also my altimeter. And the altimeter, right in the middle, has OC. That's orbital cruise. I'm about to drop out of orbital cruise, though, because I'm going to be getting close enough to the surface where the ship is going to automatically take over and drop me out of cruise. I didn't touch a thing. Glide failed too steep. I still don't understand what that means. I mean, I understand what the glide... I understand what it means by being too steep. What I don't understand is the glide mode. There's sort of an in-between stage between orbital cruise and planetary interface that they're calling glide mode, and I don't know what that means or what it's supposed to be or anything. I've done it a couple times now to try and figure it out, and I just cannot understand what they're trying to say. But anyway, the everything out. Where is the place that I was going to here? I thought there was a place that I was heading straight to. Good lord. Here, I was heading here. Ah, crap. It's on the other side of the freaking planet. Or moon. Is it on the other side? I might need to climb back out. Yeah, I'll climb back out, because it's going to take me forever to get out there otherwise. So let's climb back out. In fact, from here, I think I can do... Nope, too close. I haven't figured out exactly where my... Oh, that's cool. Pretty cool shot of Jupiter there. I haven't figured out exactly where I can start cruise at. There we go. So we'll get back up out of the gravity well a little bit so that we can go into super cruise. Because otherwise, you know, I'm still like... They've still got that really hard line on the speed limits too close to the planet's surface. So I'll just be right above that line so that I can get around the limb of the moon. Because I want to actually see this thing sometime today. 300 meters a second is pretty fast, but when you're talking about distances of across a moon, it's a little bit harder. Go a little faster. We'll try that glide thing again, too. I still don't understand. I don't understand what that means. Anyway, so a bunch of stuff on the HUD here, including the artificial horizon. Anybody who plays flight sims will be pretty familiar with that. For that matter, Kerbal Space Program, it's pretty similar. It's not usually on the heads-up itself, but it works the same way. You can see it's oriented to the planet's center of gravity rather than just the horizon itself. That blue line, I'm not sure why it's blue there. Maybe this is the glide? Let's try this. Maybe this is gravity neutral. Maybe that's what it's doing. Oh! Going pretty fast. Maybe that's what the glide is. So you can go pretty fast in the glide slope and then drop out of glide slope. Maybe that's what it is? I have no idea. I'm going to have to look that up. How dare you, game, make me look things up. Okay, let's drop back down. So one of the problems that I've got so far isn't really a problem, I guess. One of the things that they've made a point to say is that Horizons will let you land on bodies that do not have an atmosphere. So that's why I can't land on Earth, for example. I was right there, but it won't let me land on it. I'm guessing that the atmospheric flight model hasn't been developed yet. Okay, here's the glide engaged. It sounds like the engines are off. Maybe that's what it is. So glide is just coasting, which is literally gliding. I guess it probably shouldn't have taken me that long to figure that out. What I don't understand is why that matters. Why would that matter? So the glide's complete, the engines kick back in, and then ramp up. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, I'm guessing that they need a different atmospheric model for atmospheric planets, or maybe they're trying to figure out a way of restricting which planets you land on, because if you could land on any planet with an atmosphere, then that would be a whole lot more computer power they'd have to devote to rendering all of these different bodies. There's a certain amount of procedural generation you can do with all these kinds of, you know, like rocks. They're just rocks. I mean, yeah, I should probably not be able to see that from 10 kilometers out, but, well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. In fact, I think I'm going to turn my lights on. That helped. My lights are on. Can you tell? I'll make sure I don't biff it here. Pull up. Pull up, pull up, pull up. It's actually a lot closer than it looks. There's my lights. Okay, we're going to slow down a little bit. Oh, this is actually not an outpost at all. It's like a hatch. I'm going to stop. In fact, I'm going to stop and I'm going to park. Okay, so, one of the things I had to do off camera was that I had to, got my landing gear here. I had to actually buy an SRV, the rover in Elite Dangerous. Here's your landing. Here we go, alignment okay. So stop and drop down. So this tells you what your alignment is according to the horizon, or according to your current. Rather than going off the artificial horizon, this is the ground right under my feet. So that's land. Soft touchdown this time. I wish I had a HOTAS. I almost think I want a HOTAS now that I've flown a little bit. Doing this on the keyboard doesn't feel right. Let's drop the SRV. The SRV has custom controls to it, and I haven't mapped them all, so I don't want to go too far right now until I map them all and experiment a little bit and see how they work. All I have right at the moment are just enough controls so that I can make it work. Alright. Pull out from under the ship a little bit. That shot of Jupiter is pretty awesome. I didn't want to be landing inside the eclipse of the freaking planet, but now that I am, it's pretty cool. Alright. So the SRV is just a rover. It's like an 8-wheeled rover or something. It's pretty cool looking. It drives pretty well. What's my gravity on here? It's 0.13 G on Europa. So this is water ice beneath my wheels here. A lot of rocks, a lot more rocks than I would have expected. I'm using the throttle. I'm using the keyboard for throttle, so it's sort of uneven. I'm sorry about that. But this thing gets really squirrely really quick. It's actually, anyone who's played Mass Effect will be familiar with the idea. It's using thrusters to sort of keep it on the ground sometimes. But there is also a thruster that I can jump at any point. For some reason my roll controls are backwards, so when I jump and roll, that's actually the wrong direction. It tipped me over the first time I did that because I didn't know that it was reversed. I want to be really careful because I don't want to get shot at accidentally. I want this to be a friendly outpost. Is that a seam I see over there? Dead ahead, is that a seam in the planet? Maybe. Anyway, so this is pretty cool. The planetary landings give you all kinds of cool stuff, like this little place that I wasn't expecting. I was expecting this to be a trade outpost when I saw it on the map, but this is not a trade outpost at all. This looks like a research station or something, doesn't it? So, looks like coring. Data point active. What does that mean? What does this mean? How I do? What I do? What is? Can do? Data point. What is? What do? How work? Public. How? What can I do? I've got a lot of bounties I need to trade in, don't I? How do I do things? I want to do things. What can I do? Oh, I see. So these are secure. There's a survey point. I might go check them out. It's only... yeah, it's only 1.3 million meters away. So I need to figure out what some of these new icons mean. Keep going back and admiring how many bounties I need to pick up. Alright, I don't know. I don't know what this means. Data point, but can I do anything with? I don't have my turret control set up yet, so I don't know how to target it with turret. I don't really want to try. There is something over there. Was that one of the secure points? See, now I go back into idiot mode. No, that's not that. This looks like something interesting. Let's go over here and see what this is. Whoop, whoop, cut some air. Or cut some space. See, this is what I mean when you go too fast, it gets a little squirrely. Oh, God. I probably shouldn't be doing this since my roll control is not good. My roll control is bad. So there's actual populations on the planets. There are planetary landing points and stuff like that now, trading outposts. These look like communication, maybe? Oh no, they're mining. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's something else over here too. Looks like another hatch. Suddenly I'm in Lost. Oh, actually, I can target these. Let's see what they say on the contact list. Automated mining extractor. Well, that about sums that up. Okay. Cool. So I've seen... I didn't play in the beta version, but I saw some of the developer videos. I'm going to go back to my ship. I saw some of that... Hey, my lights are still on. I left my lights on. The battery's going to be dead now. Can I get AAA'd out to Europa? I don't know. These are things that we need to investigate. The fuel rats can't help me because I'm in solo mode. Yeah, so I've seen some of the developer videos. Jesus fucking rocks. So there's not only trading outposts and stuff like that. There's mineral extraction. There's some kind of crafting thing. I don't know if the crafting stuff is available yet. You're supposed to be able to craft stuff. Scott Manley mentioned that you'd be able to go, if you were deep space, you know, far out of civilization, you'd be able to craft repair parts and stuff like that as your ship took damage and things. I don't know if any of that's included yet or not. Yeah, this throttle sucks. I need to get a HOTAS now. But there's, I saw in some of the developer videos, I saw some illegal dump sites, you know, with salvage sites. Basically, the raiders would take ships and they would crash them into the surface, and then they would extract salvage from them that way, which is pretty cool. But they also defend them with drones, and since I don't have my turret set up yet, I don't know how to do that. I want to take a close look at the ship, because you don't get to see the ship from the outside very much. Whoop, 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 come on, come on. Alright. Seems like something I should probably set my Xbox controller up for instead of my joystick. Okay, so, there's a ship. We've seen the ship before, but we don't get to see it very often from close up. It's, you know, now that I think about it, it's black, so there's not a lot to see. But here's the boarding ramp. So sometimes you just can't really appreciate the size of these things until you see the boarding ramp. Those are the stairs. You can see the door right underneath it. That's how big this bloody ship is. It's like the size of a 747. And it's not even close to the biggest one there is in this game. There's some more to ship. Alright, now I need to figure out how to dock this thing. I had some trouble the first time I did this, so let's see if I've figured it out yet. The engine grills look weird when the thrusters are shut down. Okay, let's see if I can go in this direction here. Maybe I just didn't go far enough, that's what she said. And hey, there we go. Okay, now we can board. Alright. I think we should go check out Mercury now. So there's still no, there's still no wandering around inside the ship yet. I don't know if they're going to be adding that to this. I think they will be, actually. I think they'll be adding that to this season. So within the next year. Let's get up off the surface. Gear up. And because we do have a pretty decent thrust-to-weight ratio, we can go straight up. See, we're going to try and figure out how far we have to... Oh, mass lock actually turns off pretty quick. So you can enter a planetary cruise pretty close to the surface, so long as you're going straight out. And you know what? I wanted to see that other location here. This guy here. Let's check them out, since we're here. I want to climb up a little bit from where we are. Okay, and let's turn a bit. So there's our target on the other side of the limb. Let's get an optimal glide. Oh yeah, I want to slow down a little bit. There we go. Cool, navigation actually isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. The lighting is really weird, though. Am I out? I can't tell. Am I outside of the penumbra of Jupiter or something now? So let's buzz this outpost and see what this is all about. What's this all about? Anytime. There we go. Glide engage. Still don't know what that means. Why it cares. Why it matters. Oh, I see. I didn't notice the speed before. Yeah, I'm going pretty fucking fast. Okay. Yeah, I can request landing. Let's buzz him a little bit first. Oh, jeez. Terrain pop in. So this looks like a settlement. Can I see any vehicles down there? See what looks like communication towers. Maybe vehicles. Can't get a good size of the good idea of the scale. Let's do a slow lap. Chugging. I gotta say, even though it's sort of chugging compared to what it does in space, still leagues better than what Space Engineers has gone through when they added. Hey, there's a vehicle of some kind. When Space Engineers added planetary landings, Jesus Christ, I can't even land on a planet without running out of memory. And I have 16 gig of memory, and it's just not letting me. So it's terrible. I don't know if I actually want to land. This doesn't look that interesting. I mean, it looks interesting. It doesn't look interesting enough to land. I'd rather go to... I think I'd rather go to Mercury. So there's a little hover guy there. That might be a Sentinel, or it might actually be a new NPC vessel. I'm sure I'm not making a lot of friends by just sort of orbiting their settlement here without identifying myself. Anyway, that's cool. Let's head to Mercury. And Mercury. Better than having to sit through the entire flight here. It's like 5 minutes. It's not a terrible flight, but it's boring. Okay, so I'm glad that where we're headed is on the day side. I was gonna look for the weird terrain on Mercury, but I don't have any idea how to find that up with naked eye. So instead, we're just gonna go straight in here. Not quite at planetary interface altitude yet. I'll keep an eye on that city to see how far away we are. And now we're going to enter orbital cruise. I definitely get a speed boost when I'm inside the glide slope here. Well, it's sort of hard to gauge how far I need to go, though. Okay, maybe I should start dropping. don't think I should be able to see it from that far out. Erlich City. Yeah, it seems like I'm pretty far out to be able to see it that clearly. Unless it's that big. Which I guess it could be. Oh god. Give me control. Okay, paused. Good. I saw it dropping me from orbital cruise and it wasn't giving me control to pull up, and yeah, that didn't feel good. So I'm not a fan... I'm honestly not a fan of the performance right at the moment, but it could be because they're still working on the new client. Yeah, the terrain pop-in really is terrible, too. Why am I going backwards? Okay, that looks like... That looks pretty cool, too. I'll give him that. Why am I not going full speed? Go full speed. I think I'm going to land here. Yeah, this place looks snazzy. There's something on the ground over there. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I think I like these better than the stations in orbit. Except for the goddamn performance, Jesus. Low frame rate and lag spikes. I'm hearing all kinds of banging and shit, too. Is that me, or is that just something else that's going on below me? Yeah, man, this place looks pretty cool. I wish I could walk around in it. Maybe that'll happen. I'm hoping that happens during Horizon. Being able to walk around. Multi-cruise ships are supposed to happen. We're supposed to be able to... Let's see what we got. Okay. Lock, damn it. Okay, this is the first time I've docked at one of these. Let's see how this works. I'm feeling G-forces that I probably shouldn't be feeling. Pad 5. It's over here, it looks like. Now, is the glide slope from the outside going in or from the inside going out? So multi-cruise ships, that's pad 5, okay. So inside or outside going in. Multi-cruise ships will allow multiple players to play in the same ship at the same time. So that'll be pretty cool. But whether or not they include that, it's supposed to come in Horizon, so it's supposed to be this year. But whether they're going to include the being able to walk around in stations and such at the same time, that's something I haven't heard yet. Oh, okay, a little high. Or a little low there. Oh, maybe not. Just an illusion. Everything's fine, buddy. Oh, I've had my lights on this whole time, too. Jesus Christ. Wasting batteries. I made that joke already. I wonder if I can disengage the SRV here. Let's find out. I might be able to disengage... Ooh. Will it put me outside the city, or will I be able to drive around inside the city? I was going to sign off. Now I don't think I want to. Eat a dick! I can drive around the city! Fuck this, I'm not signing off yet. Ha ha! All right, let's see. Let's see what's out here. I see a marker over here. Let's go to the marker. What's on the marker? It looks like a wall. Oh, what? Oh no! There's an invisible wall. I can't leave. Maybe that means I need to follow the road. I had no idea. This is a complete surprise. I didn't know you could do this. Oh, yeah. Wonder if you can have SRV races. Well, never mind. Of course you can have SRV races. Let's go in here. It's another... Oh, that's another hang... Wait, did I descend? I didn't even look. My ship is up there, isn't it? So I descended down a door. Or down an elevator. Whoa! Whoa! Little squirrely. Oh, this is cool. I hope they don't have speed limits in these cities. I don't see no speed limits posted, do you? So what are the contacts? Are those... Oops, wrong door. Are those other ships? Those other ships. What am I heading towards here while I'm not watching? Let's go over here. I really hope that there are no traffic rules that I need to be following. Whoa. Oh yeah, I forgot the rule's not working. This is cool. I was not expecting to be able to drive around inside the city. You know, of course, there's no atmosphere here, so there aren't any people to worry about, I guess. No pedestrians or anything like that. Grand Theft Elite Dangerous would be pretty cool, though. I see another contact over there. What's that contact? Defense turret. I really, at this point, I need to figure out what my turret controls are, so maybe we'll come back to this a little bit later and decide what to do while I've got the turret activated. Okay, yes. I definitely approve. Oh, shit. That's kind of a steep drop there. America! Oh, shit. We're okay. We're good. Gonna head back to the ship. I'm gonna start rendering this, and then I'm gonna figure out what kind of control scheme I should use so that I can come around here and explore some more. This is pretty cool. All right. So this has been me. You've been you. And this has been Elite Dangerous Horizons, so we're definitely coming back into this to screw around. How the frack do I get back to my ship? This could be an issue, but that'll be my issue. Oh shit! I did not have as much boost as I thought I did.